I want to just make you aware of one more opportunity we'll be rolling out for a way for you to connect here to Radiant Church. I really want it to be as simple and straightforward as possible for you to find out more about this church and perhaps make it your church. So for a while, we've used a class that a couple of our members actually developed called Radiant and Rooted to help give people who've been recently baptized some key theological foundations to their faith. So we're going to use this class and combine those essential theological foundations and values and connect it with some information, some helpful information about our church, and make it an ongoing opportunity here at the church for people who are interested in growing in their relationship with Jesus and growing in their connection with the church. So starting next Sunday, that's the first Sunday of September. I know it's hard to believe. September is here. Radiant and Rooted will now be an ongoing opportunity every single week, every single Sunday morning during the second service. So after we get done with our singing portion of worship, so around 11, we in Amigo Row, there will be a class always going on every week that you can count on. So that is helpful for you if this is a new church to you, or if you're interested in finding out more, or it's helpful for you if you have people that you want to bring here, but you're not sure where to put them and they can find out more. That can be a helpful place for you to go with them every single week at 11 over in Amigo Row. So before I get in the details of how Radiant and Rooted will look like going forward, I want us all to be aware of why this is happening and why we all should champion this and get really, really excited about it. I don't want this to just be the thing I'm getting excited about and cheerleading, but something that we can all get into. So here's 3 reasons why you should be excited about Radiant and Rooted as an ongoing opportunity to connect to the church. The church matters, new people matter, and clarity matters. Those are the 3 reasons. The church matters first. Often, but not always, but often, the first step for a person's relationship with Jesus is they're taking a step toward the church and connecting to the church in a meaningful way. Not always. And on the flip side of that, often the first step of somebody walking away from their faith is walking away from the church and not finding a place to connect here. Now, Jesus and the church are not synonymous. Jesus is way more important than the church. However, Jesus, in this really mysterious and sovereign way, has chosen to do much of his work through us, the church. And he calls us names that are audacious, like bride and body, and it makes it sound like, man, what we're doing here is really important to Jesus. And if you want to dig in deeper to what Jesus meant by the church, we actually did a sermon series before the summer called Assembled. You can watch that on our app and find out more about why the church is so important. But the church matters. Therefore, connecting to the church is important. It's not just something that we should do on the side. So the church matters, but new people matter. Because the church matters, every person that has the courage to step in these doors and join us on a Sunday matters, and they deserve to see a smiling face and be welcomed in. And that's up to all of us to make that happen. We are all the de facto greeting team. Whether you're handing out bulletins or not, we're the greeting team, so that every new face gets greeted and welcomed and, hey, how you doing? And an invitation. And Radiant Root is designed to be a helpful invitation for all of us. I mean, you don't even have to have gone or know what it's like. You can invite them to Radiant Root. Hey, every Sunday at 11 is a place for people to get connected. Now, sometimes people show up here and they don't find a place. They have a hard time getting stuck and connected. And I have great news for us. There's no max capacity on Radiant Church. This building has a capacity for sure, and our own individual lives probably have a capacity, but Radiant Church has no max capacity. There's no number floating out there. They're like, actually, new person, we've reached our limit, so can we recommend some helpful churches to you? We want to remove every single barrier that might be in the way of us growing to the full potential and welcoming in all the people that God has decided to connect to us. We want to remove every barrier and hindrance to that so that they can find their way in their walk with Jesus and their connection to the church. So the church matters, new people matter, and clarity matters. Because these things are important, I want to work as hard as I can to make sure the pathway on with Radiant Church is crystal clear. I don't want it to be a secret, hidden treasure map that some people luckily find and magically connect. And I found the Goonies treasure map. That's not what we're going for. We want it to be obvious, clear, repeatable. So that's why it's going to be happening on a weekly basis, because we want it to be simple and straightforward to know and to count on that. You can plan on Radiant Rooted happening every single week at 11 during the second service. So it'll be 4 sessions, and those sessions can be completed in any order. So you don't have, if you miss session 1, you don't have to wait till the next month. Anybody can come at any time, and you don't have to get them like 4 in a row, or else you have to start over at the beginning. Any order, anytime, they're available. And they'll be centered on some big questions about who Radiant Church is. How do I grow in my faith here? How do I make an impact here? And where are we going as a church? Those are going to be the guiding questions about who we are, where we're going, how you can find your place here, live out your calling and your gifts here, and where are we going together as a church. So session 1 is going to start next Sunday. That's the first Sunday of the month. It'll be at 11. If you are interested, if you're one of those people that have been trying to find that secret hidden treasure map, and you're interested in finding out more, we won't sell you a timeshare. We're not going to let show up at your door the next day and hunt you down. If you want to come and start this journey with us, you can register real simply on our app. The Church Center app would be a great thing for you to download. It has all of our upcoming events on there. And click on registrations. You can register and get your name in there. Even if you don't register, you're welcome as well. So don't let that be a barrier to you. And we'll be doing that every single Sunday, except for the months that have 5 Sundays. We'll take that Sunday off. But there's a few of those out there. So, and because we're doing it during the service, if you have kids, your kids can be still taken care of during the Radiant Kids classrooms for 0 and 5-year-olds that we have going on. We'll meet in Amigo Row, which is right next to Component Coffee, after the singing portion of the second service. So if you normally come to first service, great, come for the whole thing and then stick around and join us there. Or you can come to second service and join us in Amigo Row. And again, we want it to be clear. We want to make a space for every one of you. And if you are connected here, this is your home, and Radiant Church, you are here. Please feel free to invite people, bring them. You can join them at that class. We won't kick you out just because we recognize your faith. So it'll be a great opportunity for us to continue to add people into what God's doing here. Sound good?